questions now or at any time.
Fantastic. Thank you for paying attention. All right, like the video said, that was a part of the bigger picture. Did we get a lot of insight? Did we answer a lot of exam questions?
Yep.
Probably most, maybe all. The next part is a site-specific discussion like the video alluded to. And in this section, we're going to focus on worker conduct, emergency levels, safe work permit, some safety topics, and stop work authority. Worker conduct. Sexual harassment is not tolerated between any gender, not at all. No joke, no long stares. Keep it professional. Keep it professional.
I know.
You know, there's a time and place, but this is not the time and place. So we keep it professional, keep it clean.
Joke, I had to
Stay
cuddle on
classy.
him once on a 5-hour drive back from the job site.
What's that?
It's a big joke, I had to cuddle on him once on a 5-hour
Yeah,
drive back from the
Three
Yeah.
of us stuck
And a
in
box
front of
truck.
a box truck.
You know, I get it, we're close, physically, you know? And, but sometimes people can be quietly offended, you know?
Oh yeah.
So stay above reproach here when you're working with us, and we'll do the same. Smoking, eating, and drinking, nowhere on site, not in the field, only in clean spaces, which are primarily the office spaces, right? We don't want you to ingest anything you shouldn't be ingesting. During larger outages, we may have designated watering station, we'll put water out there. This is not that time. Smoking, either you smoke. If you do smoke, you have to smoke in the contractor parking lot, which is beyond the site. Housekeeping, we employ clean as you go strategy, and that's for efficiency and safety. If you're going to start making a mess, and we can do that, be cognizant of what you're blocking. Don't block stairs, don't block hallways, don't create trip hazards, don't block fire cabinets. You know, just keep it clean and tidy as you probably do already. Clean as we go. Drugs and alcohol, 0 tolerance. Have we found it to be happening here? Yes. And they were immediately removed and face prosecution, criminal charges. So no drugs, no alcohol, and really that goes without saying.
Yep.
Any questions on worker conduct?
No.
Very good. Safe work permit. In front of you have a blank safe work permit. You may or may not have seen it. You may or may not have filled one out, but you do have one written and authorized for your work today. Mike just went over that in the previous meeting I was in, your point of contact. He filled it out, we looked at it, and when you look at it yourself, you'll see that that safe work permit has work description. It identifies potential hazards. It may push and drive you into other permits, plans, or checklists. It'll specifically tell you what PPE you're going to be bringing and wearing, hazard controls, emergency procedures, and equipment locations. And of course, there's an authorization, right? Someone has to sign off, bless off on it, and it's got to be today's date, right? So get with Mike. If you have not seen the safe work permit, you should ask for a copy of it, so that you can ensure that it's true and accurate, and you understand what we understand on how you're going to be doing your job. That's really down and dirty. Any questions on safe work permit?
Nope.
No matter how small the task or big the job, if it's scheduled, if it's not routine, there should be a safe work permit.
So our contact will take care of that every day?
Correct. Correct. And you should ask and verify that.
Yeah,
Mike.
we'll review and get a copy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Very good question. Moving on. 6 critical safety topics. Covanta has identified 6 key areas that demand special attention due to their critical importance. Historically, these specific areas have posed specific challenges, significant challenges within our company and industry. Failures in addressing these crucial aspects have unfortunately led to fatalities in our industry and in our company. First one being working from heights. Will you guys be working from heights today?
Yes. Maybe not today, we'll see. See how far we get.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah.
And your job requires you to work from heights.
Yeah, the main job will be, we have a JLG.
Scissor lift,
Yeah. Or boom lift.
boom lift.
Yeah.
Do you have your appropriate PPE?
Right.
Your fall arrest, your harness?
Yep.
Have you checked it?
Yep.
Is it serviceable?
Mhm.
rips or tears, or what do you do if you find unserviceable equipment?
You
Get rid of it, throw it away.
Get me a new one.
Get a brand new one, right? Don't try to repair any fall or rust equipment. Throw it away, get brand new stuff. You're more important than that. Energized electrical work. You guys be doing any energized electrical work?
So,
If there's energized equipment in your work, in your space,
Yeah.
that you didn't plan on, don't take it upon yourself. You know, get on the mic, get on the radio, say, hey, we got this thing here. You're not electricians, I'm not electricians, you're not geared up for anything electrical.
No.
So if there is something in your work, in the way of your work, get it removed by someone who's authorized, qualified to do so. Confined space entry? You going into any confined spaces today?
no.
Or tomorrow? No? Okay. We do know what a confined space looks and feels like. Have we ever been in one before?
Yeah, we're
A lot.
trained.
Very good. And that doesn't apply to your work while you're with us for how many days?
Maybe a couple weeks here.
A couple weeks off, fantastic.
So,
I don't think we have any confined space work going on now, so that shouldn't be an issue. Steer clear of those spaces and they'll be barricaded, they'll be roped off,
Yeah.
they'll be identified. Lockout, tag out. Will you be locking out, tagging out any work? Will there
nothing
be anything
aware of.
tagged out?
I've been made aware of that yet. We're sandblasting a roof beam and, I'm not even sure what building.
It's the ALO building, probably. Actually,
You know, I don't know. They're locking out the crane or the, bucket thing they got there, I think. I don't know if we need to be in on that at all.
verify.
Yeah, I'll verify. with
You won't
Mike.
physically do any locking out, tagging out, you're not gonna be working on it, energized equipment.
No,
But if there is energized equipment that you see,
yeah,
potentially,
like it's, I believe there's stuff still running in the building, obviously, but we're not.
very good questions to have with Mike.
Yeah.
And he should have all those laid out in the safe work permit.
Yep.
And I know that he does, but you should also verify with him so that you can get your head in the right direction. Very good. Yeah, lockout, tag out, when done improperly, can kill people, right? So we'll make sure that things are locked out and tagged out for you, and Mike is your point of contact with all that. The idea is to isolate energy that could be harmful.
Mhm.
Rigging and lifting. Will you be rigging or lifting any equipment today, or during your job?
Not like crane lifts or anything like that, but we will be working overhead.
You'll be working overhead. So similar to working overhead, rigging and lifting, we don't want anyone walking underneath your work, right?
Yep.
Never walk underneath a suspended load, whether that's a material load or a human up above.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things fall, people fall. So if we do have some, we actually do have some other jobs going on where they are doing some lifting and rigging. I know yesterday there was a job. And so they do have everything taped off. Be mindful of your barricades.
Mhm.
Take a look to the left, to the right. Don't blow through any danger ropes or caution tapes.
Yeah.
Look up overhead, right?
Yeah.
Always look up overhead. And while you're up there, be cognizant of those folks down below you. Mobile equipment. What do I mean when I say mobile equipment?
Forklifts,
Right.
JLG, scissor lifts, like that.
Right, you'll be using one today, right?
Yep.
How far will you be traversing using it?
I don't know, 300 feet maybe.
Okay, watch out for pedestrians. You would think they would be watching out for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it cuts both ways though.
Yep.
Look out for them, use your horn. You're qualified, you're trained, and you're authorized to use that equipment here. So just be safe and watch out for pedestrians. And watch out for other equipment that'd be rolling around. A lot of traffic going on out there. Again, these are 6 topics. When we don't focus, people could get very harmed and or die, right? So I don't want that happening to anybody. I don't want that happening to you guys. So just be mindful of these 6 topics. Working from heights, energized electrical work, confined spaces, lockout tagouts, rigging and lifting in your overhead work, and of course mobile equipment operation. In case something does go south today on a job, whether it's your job or another job, we do have contingency plan, emergency levels and actions. Covanta Niagara does have a contingency plan, and it covers situations of a unique and unanticipated nature as opposed to a controllable condition. To clearly understand the operation, the plan has definitions. Level C emergency. And you'll hear this you'll hear the alarms, and you'll hear the intercom, you'll hear the announcements made, like the video mentioned. Here on site, we have 3 conditions. Level C is our lowest condition. The level C emergency is any occurrence which may endanger the immediate area, but can be controlled by trained employees from within the immediate work area. Announcements will be made through the intercom and on the radios. All employees will continue performing their normal job. You're in a work group, some other work group on another part of the plant has an issue. It doesn't affect you. It's a smaller issue, perhaps an incipient fire that they can put out with a fire extinguisher. There will be an announcement. You may not hear it, but you'll hear some keywords. Level C. Level C is lowest condition. You just carry on. Just be cognizant. They'll tell you where and when, basically what's happening. Steer clear of that area. No need to go investigating. So just continue on what you heard. Just be mindful. Hey, there's an alarm. It could be upgraded. The next upgrade would be a level B. A level B emergency condition is any condition which endangers life or property in each process or department which may require assistance from outside the department for correction and control. Fires that require assistance of the Niagara Falls Fire Department will be classified as level B emergency. Upgrading of classification will occur as needed. Personnel head count should be conducted at this time. And so that's a step up. Whereas level C, hey, they got some issues going on over there. Okay, that's good to know. Level B, hey, there's some issues going on. They got some outside help coming in. We gotta get a head count. You don't have to stop work. You don't have to go to a muster area. You don't have to evacuate yet, but you have to know where your people are, right? So physically get accountability, know where your people are during a level B. If it gets upgraded to a level A condition is any condition which endangers life or property, is a threat to surrounding processes, departments, or plant, and requires outside help and or full mobilization of plant facilities for control. The contingency will be activated. All personnel will report to their respective evacuation points for further instructions. Do we know where that's at?
Not yet, no.
Not yet, but you will. I'm going to take you on a little tour.
Yeah.
I got a secret for you. It's one flight below. It's not a big walk.
Yeah.
But it is important to know where you need to gather. And of course, when you gather, you'll get a head count then, and you listen for instructions. Any questions on level C, B, or A emergencies?
No.
If you need to report an emergency, you can do so by looking at the sticker that I'm going to give you at the end of this training. In the center of that sticker is phone number to the control room. Don't call 911. I know that's non-intuitive, but call the control room because there's a plan that they'll coordinate.
Yeah, and if we need outside assistance, they know where to send it.
That's right. They got a whole plan. They'll send someone to meet the outside assistants, walk them to wherever they got to go. So call the control room in case of an emergency that you see or have. Now, before we get to that, we can stop work before it gets to a dangerous level. Stop work authority. You guys know what I mean when I say stop work authority?
Yep.
Explain.
In order to stop whatever's going on.
Right.
The authority to make
Tools
anybody else
down.
stop what they're doing as well.
Correct.
That's
It's
right.
safe to the general public or to what's going on, right?
Right. Coaching, right?
Yep.
Be open to coaching and be open to giving coaching. It could be the smallest task or the biggest job. If someone sees you and getting lifted in the air and they say, hey, that guy's not tied off, they'll stop you.
Yeah.
They'll holler at you, not because they're mean, but because we want to make sure we hear each other.
Yeah.
And they'll coach you up to correct whatever behavior that you may not know that you're doing,
Now, this question here is visitors are on that list of people with stop work authority.
Everyone on site.
Okay.
Everyone who is here on site can coach anyone. Everyone can coach anyone.
Very good.
Up and down the chain, in-house, contractors, guests, visitors. If you see something that you think is dangerous, don't keep it to yourself. And with that, we'll move on to some practical demonstrations. We'll start with stop work authority. Okay. I'm a supervisor. I'm out in the field. I got some PPE on. We'll simulate that I put my earplugs in. And I'm outside. And I'm walking around. And I'm reading.
I want to stop.
What's that?
Probably want to stop and read and not walk and read at the same time.
One accident at a time.
That's right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That should be the response, right? You may get a snide look.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. That's exactly right. And we see it. We see it all the time. Just the other day, I was coming up the stairs. in the morning, just starting my day, someone was coming down the stairs. Guess what was in his hand? Phone, not the handrail, right? But a phone. Hey Pat, good morning. It's early, I'm walking up the stairs using the handrail. Damn it. Hey, stop. Stop looking at your phone. Please use 3 points of contact when you're going up and down the stairs. I don't want you to fall and bust your head.
Yeah.
He looks up, says thanks, and that's it. And he put the phone in his pocket. Just as simple as that. Coach anybody, like that, from the smallest task to the biggest job, you can shut it down. You know, and walking and talking, that's a big one out here, right? A lot of moving parts, and people like to have their heads down. Don't do it. And be open to coaching. You may not realize you're doing it either. You know, we use our phones for everything, right? For work. We're not always just messing around on our phone. Someone's calling you and sending you a text, you got some information to communicate, step to the side, then use your phone. Okay. The next practical demonstration will be the showcase. I'm going to model some basic PPE for you. What should I put on first?
Safety glasses.
Okay, I like it because of the lanyard, right? You can't get a lanyard over your hard hat. Do I wear them up here? Nah. Do I just let them dangle? Nah. If you see somebody, correct them. Safety glasses with side wraps. That may or may not apply to you depending on what PPE you guys are going to be using as you're sandblasting. Respirator I'm talking about. So for basic PPE, got my glasses on. What's next?
Earplugs.
Earplugs. These are clean new earplugs. We have plenty of them around. Little pinch. You don't have to kill yourself and shove it into your brain, but just a little pinch. What's next?
Probably.
Hard hat.
Hard hat. Which way?
The correct way.
Run forward.
Bill forward, right? Some folks do wear them bill backwards. That's because they're probably doing some hot work, right? They have a shield on or something like that, and those hard hats are rated for backwards use. These are not. And of course, even when walking around, especially on a cold day, wear the appropriate gloves for your job. From head to toe. Hard hat, glasses that wrap around the side, ear protections, long sleeves. What about my feet?
Safety toe.
Safety toe, right? They don't have to be steel toe. It could be composite. Safety toes, safety toes. This is your basic PPE, head to toe. You guys will be wearing more than basic PPE. And you'll know exactly what to wear because your boss told you. And it's also written down on the safe work permit, right? Everything should be delineated on that safe work permit. So get your eyes on it. That was a demonstration. Thank you for participating. Like I said, you're gonna get a sticker. And emergency response exercise. I put on the PPE, we went through stop work authority. I'm gonna walk and show you exactly where your emergency response location is, where your muster site is in case you hear the planned emergency, the alarm's going off, they say, go to your evacuation site, go to your muster area. So, we put our work in a safe space, we shut down whatever we need to shut down, and of course we're still wearing our PPE. And if you guys will join me, take you on a trip to where you can go in case of an emergency.
We're coming back, right?
We are coming back, yes.
Jacob tried to call me.
Yeah, it's trying to get one of those guys to come help you today.
Good.
Did a job in there and trying to get stopped by the full team with the ARs with us at all times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very much. That's a good start.